Welcome back to another video, guys. It's 8 a.m. in the morning. We're out here at the property. Yeah, still no electricity. Stay tuned for that, but that's not what today's about. Today we are going to be loading up the trailer and heading to Oklahoma. Okay, yes, it's not close. We are 4.5 hours from this location. So I gotta get the trailer ready here, get it hooked up, and get hooked up to the truck, check everything out on it, make sure everything's okay. It's really soft back here. Hopefully I won't have any problems with the truck, but we're gonna hook this girl up. We got good tires, so I think we'll be okay here because it's gonna be a long trip. We gotta go all the way to Oklahoma and back, but at least it's gonna be a nice, beautiful, warm day here in Texas as always. But I got lots to do. I gotta pack up the camper. I gotta get my son up and out of bed because he's still asleep. Connor and I are gonna go to Oklahoma to pick up a project. You'll have to see what it is when we get there, but I think it's super cool. It's a bucket list item. It's something that I absolutely have always wanted. And it's gonna fit the farm out here. So yes, it's for the farm. It's not a Fox body, but it's gonna be cool. Let's go get it. All right, man. We are 2 hours in the drive, I think. And we have about 2 hours left. An hour and 45 minutes left. It's a long drive, man. We had to stop a couple times to get, you know, cash and stuff like that. But I got my buddy here. He's keeping me company. So, should we tell people what we're picking up? Should we do it now, or should we just show up?
How about we wait till we actually get it? Okay.
You know, it's gonna be hard to wait because eventually, when the video's published, it's gonna have a thumbnail of the vehicle, probably.
No, it's gonna be like black and then with a question mark on it, a white question mark on it.
Oh, no.
Like, what is that?
Nah, I don't know about that. So we are going to pick up a 1967 farm truck, muscle truck. It's an F250 that has been shortened, and they put a short bed on it. So it's an F250 short bed with a 360. That's about all I know about it. Actually, it's not. I know quite a bit about it. It's pretty solid. It's complete. It has not been molested and gone through. So the motor's there. It's got air conditioning. It doesn't work because it's still got R12 stuff in it, but it's got the factory air box underneath the dash. It is just a cool
we're in
truck.
Right now.
Yeah, we're in Oklahoma. It is so cool.
You haven't seen a casino yet.
Not yet, no. But the truck is going to be sweet because
we should go gambling.
So we're picking up a 67 with, and this is another cool thing, is I'm not a huge fan of the 67 front grille. Better than the 73s and up. But this has a 71 grille on it. So it's got a 71 grille on a 67. And that's really the only change that's really on it. It looks pretty complete, other than the fact that somebody did shorten it. They shortened the frame and actually put on a short bed from a short bed F100 F150 and painted it red way back in the day, probably in the 80s. This thing looks to me like a late 80s build. And yeah, it's a long drive, but it's worth it. For us, you got to get out of the Metroplex to find anything cool, anything that's worthwhile without paying a super huge arm and leg, because it is expensive down here in Dallas-Fort Worth for these trucks.
Oh, look, a casino.
This place is not expensive, so yep, hour and 40 minutes. We'll see you. Oklahoma, where the casinos are everywhere.
Go to the
Choctaw Casino, they have all kinds of stuff like gambling.
You want to go to the crappy table with me?
The crappy table and Choctaw Road. It's got its own road. That's a big place, man.
You know what? I kind of want to go into a casino.
We could take the money I'm paying for the truck and put it down on roulette and see what happens.
Okay.
No. Okay, well, Connor, I was gonna buy you a Blizzard, but this Blizzard is crazy busy.
Blizzard.
We're in the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma. We're in Caddo.
DQ, Dad.
That's a little cool little town.
DQ.
DQ. What did I say?
Blizzard.
A Blizzard. I was going to buy you a Blizzard at Blizzard.
Yes.
I'm old and I'm also tired. I was going to buy you a Blizzard at DQ, but they were really busy.
They had. I was gonna get frosted animal cracker.
Oh, okay.
Or just a regular double jolt chocolate cookie.
Looking a little sketch, man. Looking a little sketch.
I want to see what the driver looks like nicely.
Oklahoma's pretty. We are 51 minutes, 50 minutes now officially, to our destination to take a look at our short bed 250 faded red and green truck. What kind of angle do you think we're at? Truck says 9 degrees. Okay, that's pretty good. 9-degree pitch. That's a steep hill, bro.
Yes, yes. And
look behind us. Whoa, that's a cool place.
Oklahomans.
Oh, that's cool.
Mwah.
That's my kind of house. Don't be kissing my camera. See it right there.
Yay.
I see it. That's it. All right, we came all the way, Connor, for this girl.
It's so cool.
Oh, it is so cool. Yeah, it's so cool. All right.
Look at that hill up there.
Let's go check it out. What do you think, bud? Is that your kind of truck?
No.
No.
Oh, there's purple up here.
Ooh, that's got some cool color, doesn't it? Yeah. Cool, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
Well, it's running.
It's like we're gonna drive it around.
So this girl needs work. It's got a missed flywheel. It's got a mist. I can hear it. Hopefully that's just ignition. Yep. You like it, huh?
Yeah.
Is this gonna be your truck, Hunter?
Is this gonna be gone?
Yeah, I was gonna say. We're filming it too. Sorry, I'm just.
All right, that's fine.
Oh, you're good. Well, Connor,
Yeah.
that was not easy. It barely fits on this trailer. This truck is towing like really, really nice. We're towing great. It's floating back there. Power's good, but I definitely know it's back there. It's heavy.
We're about to run out of gas.
Yeah, we're getting low. All right, we're fueled up. Connor's fueled up. He's got a slushy, and we got some trail mix and beef jerky. That's road trip necessities right there, guys. And we got gas, which is actually, I did really good. I'm just going to be honest here. I got 14 miles a gallon, or 13.7.
When we were coming here.
Coming here empty. Yep, and right now I'm getting, let's look. I am making 9.4. It was 9.6. Now it's 9.4 miles a gallon, which is expected.
Yeah.
It's a 7.3 liter freaking trimmer. Gas. Pulling a gas 250 back there. I'm not gonna lie, I feel so cool towing a classic Ford pickup in my Super Duty pickup, new one here. I do, I feel cool. I do. No one cares though. People driving by, nobody gives a crap. But I feel cool inside. couple times just to check it. Had a strap get loose on me at the gas station, so just wanted to look and check it one more time, and it's good. It's tight. We're good back there. Luckily, these back tires on the back here, that one's fine. That one got a little loose last time, but it's good. Everything's good. We're almost home, but just had this gut feeling. I thought I should stop and check her out real quick. Okay, man, we made it back safe and sound. The truck got it home safe, and it is in the driveway, still in the trailer. But I had a blast with my son. I hope I made some really good memories with him. Hopefully it's something he never forgets because of the long drive. And he had a lot of fun, I think, and he really enjoys the truck and likes the truck. But hey, I didn't film a lot, and I apologize for that. I didn't really want to film too much while the guy, was out there. It weirds people out sometimes, so I didn't really want to just weird him out. Plus, it's the last thing on my mind. The first thing I'm doing is looking over this truck. I'm going over the oil. We got the engine started, let it run for 20-30 minutes, make sure got up to temperature, make sure it wasn't overheating, and just did some really basic stuff. But I was all over the truck. Last thing I was thinking about was filming the entire time. So didn't quite do that, and that's totally fine. And I will say we had a hell of a time getting on the trailer, so I want to take a second here just to thank John, the gentleman I bought this truck from in Oklahoma, for the hospitality. And guys, he was incredibly honest with me from the get-go. There was no surprises when I came out to look at this truck. Everything was exactly as he said. So there's nothing like driving 4.5 hours and seeing something that's totally different than the description. So thank you so much, and thank you for sweating your butt off to help me get this truck loaded into the trailer, onto the trailer. He had a tractor there on site, thank goodness, because the truck doesn't have any brakes. He had to push it on the back of the trailer here, and you'll see in a second it barely fits on the trailer. It's a super tight squeeze. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to show you my new to me 1967 F250 bump side truck. Let's check it out. Well, there she is, all squeezed on my 16-foot trailer. I need to get a winch for this thing. It has a winch mount. I just got this trailer. It's only, shoot, I don't know, a few months old. It's used and repainted by me. It's new to me, okay, but it's a cool little trailer, and it got us home safe, and this thing towed amazing. This trailer worked amazing, but here it is. Look at it, guys. Isn't it cool? It just looks like it's hauling butt standing there. I love the patina on it. We're gonna go over every inch and all of it from the inside and out, but just judging from the outside from a 10-foot view, literally, it looks pretty good. We got a little bit of faded paint here. Looks like some primer showing up on the hood, dripping down the side there. That's fine with me, but overall, I know what you're thinking to yourself. It looks solid, Mike, and I hope that's what you're thinking, because guys, it is really, really solid. This is one of the reasons why I couldn't let this truck go, is when I saw it, these are usually so rusted out. They need so much work with rust repair that I didn't have to worry about it really. This has got some rust on it, of course, and it's got a couple spots that probably need to be fixed and repaired, but otherwise, the truck is in really, really solid shape. Now, he told me it's a 67. From what I could tell, it's a 67. It does have a 71 grill. Okay, so this has been swapped out with, in my opinion, personal opinion, the best looking grill on these bump side trucks. I love them. I think they have a really good muscle car look, and I have a gut feeling that that's why this was put onto the truck, because it was going to be built into a muscle truck slash street truck. And obviously it is a 250. You know, we got the 8-hole or 8 lug rims here. And let's just real quick talk about the rims while we're looking at them. These are 15 by probably 10. I cannot wait to get behind them, unmount them and see what, you know, see who makes them. But they are vintage from what I can tell. Being an 8 lug and a 15 inch is pretty rare. Typically you'll see these in a 16.5 or a 16, but an 8 lug, which is a 8 by 6.5 bolt pattern on that Dana 60 axle, is kind of rare to see in a 15, especially a 15 by 10 deep dish. And up front here we have a 15-inch wheel also. So, you know, there's that to be said. The tires are completely shot, of course, but the wheels are so cool. We're not getting rid of the wheels. The wheels are absolutely going to stay. Polish them up, clean them up really good, get a little shine back to them, get some new tires on it. It's going to fit the truck absolutely perfectly. While we're staring at it here, yes, this is the biggest and worst part of the truck, rust-wise. We should fix it. We probably won't, though. Not gonna lie. Really just gonna rock this truck the way you see it, but just fix it up mechanically. Kind of moving out the back here, you see it is a custom cab. VIN number checks out to be a custom cab, which I believe also has the striping on it and the bright work on it. Truck is original Rangoon red. And from the door tag, the data plate on it, it is Rangoon red. From what I could tell from the inside, the door jambs and everything else, it is absolutely red. It has been red. However, the truck, as I did say, has been shortened. As you can see there, okay, it's a short bed 250. Now, I'm not a huge purist on these trucks yet, but I do know that Ford, I don't think, has ever built a single cab F250. Short bed. A lot of single cab F250s. Single cab F250 short bed. This would either have an extended cab or a long bed. But you won't see, I don't think, any short bed. If they were, they're very rare. But from what I can tell, I don't think they made it. This has everything on the back is pretty much here. We got a trim piece missing here. The bed, as you can see, was green. But again, look how solid this is. So it looks like it's originally green, sprayed red, but look, they've used it, you know what I mean? Someone has used this truck, but look at the floor bed. Huh? I personally have never seen one this solid before, with no rust in the corners. No rust here on the inner fender wells. There's no rust anywhere. I mean, you can call that surface rust. It's barely a surface rust, but it is very solid. It's got a little bit of, you know, surface rust on the tailgate, but nothing is rusted out. Same is true up there on the cab, on the roof. No rust anywhere on the top of the cab. So it's extremely rust free. You can see the remnants of where a Ranger emblem would go here. Let me show you on this side. You can really see it a little bit better. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can see it. You can see the ER right there, and you can see the large R, so it said Ranger. So this had a Ranger emblem on this bed. And you can see also where we would have reflectors. We should have reflectors here and here, meaning this is not a 67 bed. And you can see a little bit of bond work here. So we got a little bit of mud. There's probably hit right here. But you know, the bright work is missing on this part of the cab. I'm sorry, the bed, and the same on the other side. And little pieces missing on the front there. I've been debating about what to do. I think what I'll do is probably remove the bright work on the bottom, just to let it all match. Or if I store, you know, if I find it used, I'll buy it. It's not a big deal, or I'll just leave it. I don't know. Not a huge deal. But the truck is so rust free. I don't know what to look at next. I'm just so excited. I don't even know what to tell you. Let's look at the underside here. So we do have a Dana 60 out back, and everything I can tell, at least from the door tag, says it's a 373 gear. It does have a tag on the top of it. Ooh, let's get up in there. It's got a tag on the top here for a rebuild. So it looks like it's been rebuilt by somewhere in Tulsa. I don't know how old that is or what was done, but it is good to know that there has been some work done on that axle in the past. You can see the bottom side, of course, we've got surface rust, but nothing is rusted through down here. The frame is solid. Frame doesn't have any rust anywhere on it. Let's look at where they extended. I'm sorry, let's look at where they shortened the bed, because I know you're asking yourself how they do that. Well, you know, it's probably not up to today's standards. It's right there. So it's a butt weld with a plate. I would have probably, you know, done it a little bit differently. I don't know if it's plate on the other side. I can't really tell you, but you can tell just by the rust on it that this was done a long time ago. This isn't something that somebody recently did. Somebody painted the bed red, Rangoon red, to match the cabinets, faded together so the patina matches, which is really cool. I figure if it's lasted this long without, you know, caving in or falling apart, I'm sure the welds are fine. The butt welds and the, you know, the welds themselves look okay. You know, I wouldn't be towing a fifth wheel with it, put it that way. I wouldn't be doing anything too crazy with it, but that, again, is not the purpose of this truck. Let's look at the inside. Let's open up the driver's door here. Man, first off, where's the rust? Where is it? I'm telling you, it's not here. These rockers are almost always rusted out through here. And this truck is just so incredibly solid. Floorboards are solid. I'm not even worried about this. We've got a pinhole here. We got some signs of early rust happening through here. I would probably just put some rust stop on it, screw a plate over, and call it a day. To me, that's not even worth the effort of putting new floor pans in. It's just not. You could patch it, but I'm not going to. It just doesn't need it. It's fine for what I'm going to use it for. The passenger side is a little bit different. Look at the door panels. Before I get into the interior too much, door panels are custom. Again, kind of keeping with what I think is an 80s, maybe even late 60s, early 70s hot rod build that someone was going with here. I don't know when the last time anybody used this type of vinyl with the buttons here, but it's been a while, and it's got a lot of foam in it, okay? So, will I keep this? Honestly, probably not. The speakers look horrible in it. Probably try to find myself an original door card for this truck. But now that we're staring at the door panel, again, to further prove this is a 67, we have door knobs that lock, okay, right there. Unlock and lock, instead of having the pins up here. This is a 67 thing only, and it is on both doors. And we've also got a bolted on rear view mirror here on the rooftop. That is also a telltale sign that this is a 67, even though if you got a sharp eye looking at the dash here, it's got sliders for the HVAC controls. Now a 67, from what I've read, this should not have sliders, should have push buttons, I'm sorry, pull knobs like this in the center for HVAC control. But this, since it has sliders on it, tells me that either the dash has been replaced or the truck is not a 67 and the door's been replaced. So it's kind of funky. The dash looks to me not repainted. I mean, to me, this looks like it is actually a original Rangoon red dash, but it's hard to tell. Let's not forget the cool 80s pedal. Again, a sign of the times when this thing was built, but there it is in all of its glory. This truck is dusty. So you can't even see the instrument cluster right now. It needs to be cleaned. Clearly, I'm gonna probably power wash everything in here shortly, but that's just a sign that it's been sitting. And also, I will say that the door tag on this girl here, I'll just do this here so we get the VIN number, but the door tag on it, well, it's not going to say there anywhere, but the VIN does say this truck was built in San Jose, California. It does show it as a 250 with the Dana 60 axle, C6 3-speed transmission, and the Y code being a FE motor. So we know this is an FE engine. Whether it's a 352 or 360 or 390, I don't really know yet without measuring the stroke on it. But check out the seats, man. We got, well, green, gray, yeah, diamond stitch vinyl. It's not horrible. I've seen worse. The gas tank is in amazing shape. Again, this truck just doesn't have the rust, man. Fuel lines look good. There's no smell of fuel back here. Yeah, and the tank is not rusted. further kind of know that it's an early truck, we've got 3 bolt holes, or 3 bolts holding in the tank instead of, I believe, 5, or they went to later years like 69 or something. I think 69 and up. So the tank's in great shape. That's good. We are missing a headliner, no big deal, and we're missing you know, seals around the door, which is, you know, something we can add later. This thing would leak like crazy if I try to wash it, but it is what it is. But again, the rust, there's no rust. This truck is so solid. All right, let's just get in here. Hey, I do have extra parts for it. He gave me a box of parts. One of the parts that I had have the window cranks in it. It's very dusty in here, but steering wheel, again, classic, right? It's gonna go. It's going to go because the steering wheel is absolutely trashed. The steering column is trashed, not the wheel, but the column itself is trashed. We've got a broken collar, some wires down here, and this doesn't work. And somebody has some fun with some wiring, but it looks like at least they took the time to not cut it, and they did put connectors on it, so I do appreciate that. But we do have some electrical issues with the truck that need to be sorted out. One being it won't start from the key. You have to jump it from the relay, which means the relay is working, the starter is working, but the connection from the key ignition switch to the relay is not working. Got a feeling it's in the steering column and it's the neutral safety switch, but I'll dig into that later and find out. But yeah, again, the dash is in incredible shape. It's missing the dash pad, but we got a lot of dust here. It just needs to be cleaned. I mean, look at that. So I'm anxious to even see what the odometer reading is, because honestly, I can't see it. I don't know if y'all can see that there or not with a camera. It looks like 101. Looks like 10110. That can't be right. That's what it says. Who knows? Some of the lights work. I can't tell the gauges work, but when I did fire it up, I did notice that these gauges do work. However, the water temperature here is, you know, pretty much stuck at 150, unless it is what it is outside. It is pretty damn hot. But the oil pressure was good. I fired up the motor. This thing was 50 pounds of pressure. As it warmed up and got hot, it dropped to like 45. So it's got plenty of oil pressure, which is great. It wasn't smoking anything, which is also good. The coolant is clean. The oil is clean, so that's also good. Check out the monstrous AC here. Yes, that's a big AC unit. It's under dash. Is it factory? I don't know if this is a factory unit from Ford. I think if it's a 67, it would have to be dealer installed, but I can't, don't quote me on that. I will say, being the custom cab though, this looks correct too, in the fact that we've got trim here, but I don't know about the Ranger badge there. I don't know if all these custom cabs would have Ranger badges, or if that was unique to a different model separate from a custom cab. So if you guys are bump side enthusiasts, let me know if this dash has been replaced. If I had to guess, I would say that this truck is indeed a 67, because the VIN points to being a 67, and that somebody replaced the dashboard with a 69 and up so that they can have HV, and possibly brought this with it. Yeah, the brake, you know, it's looking pretty good. No big deal there. That's not a problem at all. The glove box does not open. I don't think it's locked. From what I could tell, the AC unit is so big it actually goes up into the glove box, and it was locked for the install, and the glove box on these AC units got switched to here. Yep, it's cute. And there's nothing in there but a rod. There's a rod in there, probably important to some AC component, because it's all pretty well frozen up. So I have plans to keep this, pull it all out, and restore it, and get all the valves and everything working. You can see one of them is right there. It's all stuck. Get it working. In fact, that might be the one that's stuck right there. Hopefully we can get it working, and get this thing serviceable and get it restored, get it working again, because yes, it's hot. My camera keeps shutting down because it's so hot out here. Okay, just moving on the passenger side. Hey, before I look at the passenger side floorboards here, I will say that the glass, I missed that. The seals are rotted on it, and it doesn't slide anymore. The channels are kind of messed up. I would love to keep this. I really like the stainless / aluminum framed glass versus the aftermarket black ones that they make. I would love to get operational again. I don't know what kind of work that would take. I have a feeling it's going to be quite a bit of work, but I don't know, I gotta tinker with it. But the glass is in good shape. I didn't even mention the glass. The windshield doesn't have any cracks, chips, or dents, which is kind of weird and unheard of, to be honest. Again, we got a little hole right there, but that's not a rust hole. It looks to me like it's just missing some factory seam sealer. And again, look at the freaking rocker panels there. Holy crap. Really good shape. Got a little bit of rust starting over here. And okay, that just broke. And we got another nastiness kind of starting over here too. So this part of the floorboard is probably the worst than that side is. But otherwise, it's very, I mean, it's still very, very solid. Nothing's falling through, and we got that hole there. I haven't been under the seat yet, but it looks pretty solid to me. One area of rust that I do have is on the crossbar section of the cab, right there. So there you go, there's that on the other side too. Otherwise, the majority of the underside of the car is pretty rust free. And up front here, you know, we got a couple bends in the bumper. It's not a big deal. I think why it's on here, I'm gonna put a ratchet strap on it and see if I can't pull this out a little bit, just because it's strapped down to the trailer. Again, it's got a 71 grill, missing a couple screws and stuff like that. It's got a crack in it right there, but it's otherwise in right there. But otherwise, it's in really, really good shape. If you got a good eye, you notice that the emblems are missing. Okay, this should say F250 on it, and it does not. It should say Ford across the nose, and it does not. Took the time to take the emblems off it, probably for, again, more of a sportier look. Actually, it's the first time I've seen that. Got a little dent there. It's got some old school hood locks that don't go to anything. Let's open the hood up. All right. Yeah. See, now I don't know how you would even get in there. They did a good job filling the holes. Okay, cool. But anyways, the locks don't go to anything, as you can see here. So that's interesting. They were on something at one point, but have been since removed. Engine bay, hey man, look at it. It looks pretty good. Everything's here. To me, it looks really good because it's all here. Everything's here. The battery box has been replaced with some custom aluminum thing, and I'm okay with that because it's super solid. Looks like somebody's put a new relay in it, hoping to fix the starting issue, but we'll have to trace that and look at that in a little bit. Otherwise, this is your FE motor. It's got a little bit of aftermarket. It's got some Edelbrock shiny stuff. It's got some long tube headers that are all rusty. Got an Edelbrock intake here. This is standard 4-barrel conversion for FE. It's not a high plane or mid plane even. Not like an RPM or air gap, nothing like that. Just your standard truck style, which is perfect for this engine. And you're just kind of old, dirty old Edelbrock. Now it doesn't say AFB Carter, so it is at least new enough to be an Edelbrock. But see if it's got Pertronics in it. All right. Yep, old school, original points. I'm good with that. The faded red rust color, I plan on putting some sort of a patina coating, clear coat on it to preserve it, you know what I mean, and give it a little bit of gloss. I thought about maybe doing some paint correction on it, restoration, maybe put some polish on it. I'm not gonna do that though. If anything, I may just slap some shine juice on it. Again, the goal here is wheels, tires, brakes, basic tune-up parts, get the engine nice and solid and make this a solid go-to-town rig out at our location, out at our farm, out in Mineral Wells. So that's going to be kind of just our go-to hot rod, man. This is going to be my farm truck. And I hope I don't fall into the trap of loving it so much that I Godzilla swap it or Coyote swap it, because I got to finish this one first. There she is. Isn't it cool? It is so cool. I did want to show you that I was able to find the VIN on the frame, and it matches the door plate. It's hard to see, but I was able to take a picture of it and zoom in with my iPhone. But in case you're curious where these are at, it's right here on the frame, right there. So I'm sure it's really hard to see in the video here, but it matches what is on the door data tag. But it's interesting because even the keys say 68. 68. Somebody wrote 68 on the keys. 68 Ford. But nothing here tells me it's a 68. Everything says to me 67, including the VIN number. So somebody had this wrong. But hey, it is what it is. It's a 67, guys. I don't know where. Use my continuity switch here. Test continuity, and I was able to determine that the neutral safety switch is not engaging the teeth properly on the steering column. The steering column is the problem. Once the steering column is replaced, I'll show you the neutral safety switch. But now that it's been kind of forced in place, now when I twist the key, at least it grinds. So that is that's a start, you know? It is right there, and you can see it. It's actually really easy. It'll twist this right here. So this one on mine, inside of there is bent, and it's just on the outside of it here. More likely the steering column is pushed out. It's just out of alignment. The bearings are shot and stuff. So this is not engaging. This whole plunger needs to slide to about right there, and that will complete the circuit to allow it to start. So that's cool. We're getting somewhere. And yeah, I don't know what that's for. You guys know what that's for? What is this for? Tell me what that's for. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Before I let you go, I wanted to show you that hiding behind all that god-awful door panel covering is an actual door card from a 67. And it looks like the proper card, and look at the paint on it. How nice the paint is. So it shows you how long ago these were covered, and actually covering it protected and preserved the paint, which I think is pretty cool. Of course, it's got the speaker hole on it, but I got this one covered up, or at least removed. Put it back to normal, and I'll do the same thing on the driver side. But listen, that's going to end the video. I was trying to get it started for you guys last night, but you can hear the missing teeth on the flex plate. He told me all about that. I know it's missing. You could turn it by hand until you get good teeth, but it didn't have enough juice to crank over. So I'm working on replacing the battery cable so we can get some better juice to it, better grounds and stuff like that, and a bigger battery. So hey, more content to come on Eagle Brews. Okay, I'm finishing up the fuel system, so that's coming up. More content on this probably, and follow me on Instagram. Guys, make sure to subscribe, okay? It does actually help me out. A lot of people are watching this but not subscribing. So help us out a little bit if you subscribe. If you're interested in this stuff, cool. If you are, I guess don't subscribe, I don't know. That's it. Follow me on Instagram too, and follow me on howtodoula.com. You'll get everything in one spot: the Instagram feed, the latest videos, and the Facebook group page. And if you want to spend some money on a t-shirt to support the channel, you could do that. You're not going to, but you can. It's a cool shirt. You know, I got them here in stock. So check that out. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.